Starting it is the most challenging part, I think. Getting these, you want these equal distance, and you want this loop to be the same as this loop, and all the way down the line. If you mess up one row, a whole thing's gonna be messed up. So it's this attention to detail, and yeah, every once in a while you gotta take it out, and you gotta work backwards, and then you learn.
It's like crocheting.
Yeah, it's like crocheting. So we have the clove hitches along the top, and then coming down for the next row is a little tricky. I'm coming under it, around, and I want to get this down where this next one's going to sit, right, like somewhere around here. And we're going for diamonds. We want diamonds here. So just eyeballing it, around, pinching here, coming up around this top loop here, picking that up, dropping it in. And with this rope, it's ridiculous. And when I put my fingers on this one, I'm constantly pulling tension on this whole thing. Because if I pull tension and I do it at a good angle, it centers itself. So that this is the same distance as this. But of course, if I'm pulling on an angle, then that's going to mess it all up. So you want to I go like this a little bit. Put the tension in, come up and under. And I want a spacer here. You can put a board in, like this. Again, ridiculous size. You know, if the board was that wide or something, then we'd have a spacer so it can be equal as we work our way. And people use this for the small nets. They have little boards that they use in the same way. I'll show you. Which is here, come around, and come down. And then it's all about finishing the knot. It's so important. You want this top loop pinched like this, just like this is pinching together. Because if you don't do that, what will happen, and you'll find this out shortly, is it will come underneath the loop, like this. And then what happens? Right? And then this is all. With this one, it says, why don't you guys come up and, like, one by one, get this going here. Chad, would you mind helping with this part? And then once you do this, I can get you set up over there, and then I can show you where the real magic is, like finger movements and stuff.
Because I'm making clove hitches. So coming around, come up through here. See the clove hitch, how that kind of sits in there? There's the two parallel lines and it wraps around.
Yeah.
And I want to make sure, I'm using my fingers as a spacer here. So these two fingers, I want these kind of in tight. That's kind of going to be my spacer the whole way around. So now I've got a couple clove hitches. I'm going to continue around. I'm going to come around here. Well, let's see, I'm running out of shuttle space here. I need to listen up a little bit more. So I'm going to come around. Kind of keep going around the same direction to make these clove hitches. Again, we'll get that spacing in. So the spacing is really important. You want all these to be the same. Right.
It's harder with the next one. You'll notice that as you go, your mistakes in the beginning will get magnified. Mistakes meaning like just how if we want to center this, then it's already off. You can make nets like this. And what we do here is just put sticks all the way down the sides on all four walls and the bottom to make a cage. So the fish swims in here, or the crayfish or whatever you're going for goes in here and then swims around this cavity here all day and combine and pick it up and got a bunch of fish in here, catfish or whatever. Put the bait in here somewhere. And this is a little more challenging. Not only the spiral, but the cone coming in, which I can get to if you guys are really curious. I can show you guys how to do this. But starting with the flat is easier. is you take two and put it through two.
Oh. So you're binding the bottoms of the diamonds together.
Yeah.
But you do that not every row, you just do that.
Right.
Depending on how.
For that one, what we did was we did it on the corners. And you can see that, see this, where the diamond comes together there? You can see that on here. We did it here, and then we did it here, and we did it here. And we tried to line it up like that. I mean, that was a big part of what he was making me undo, was getting these lined up.
You want the. Oh.
That's why this looks so nice.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yep. Coming around again.
I think it just wasn't tied here, so it folded.
Yeah, I think he just crossed over on the.
Right.
I didn't do that one.